Wages are dropping. Recession is looming. Our southern border is under siege, and the enemies of freedom are on the march around the world. And worse still, timeless American values are under assault as never before. We're better than this. We can turn this country around, but different times call for different leadership. Today, our party and our country need a leader that'll appeal, as Lincoln said, to the better angels of our nature. That's why today, before God and my family, I'm announcing I'm running for President of the United States.
Mike Pence is, as we sort of expected, I guess, running for president. So that is happening. And he struck, vocally at least, a mostly positive tone in there. There were multiple references to Ronald Reagan, which, by the way, Ronald Reagan was president like 40 years ago. At what point is that not really a reference that hits? Anyway, he said things like, we're better than this. We need to appeal to the better angels of our nature. Admittedly, he had just gotten done putting up shots of, oh no, trans swimmers and stuff like that. So he is demonizing based around the exact same culture war topics as Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis, all of that stuff, trying to turn people's piranha-like rage at marginalized communities into political benefits for him. But he also talks about angels while he does it. So I guess he's the good one, JR.
No, exactly. That's the whole thing. Mike Pence is the illustration or the embodiment of the former Republican Party, which of course was horrific already, but they hid enough of it and they thought they could keep it under wraps, which they did for a good enough time. I guess the explosion of Donald Trump, maybe more people access to information on the internet, is a bit killing that. But there's a section of the Republican Party, which I think can be led by Mike Pence, that still thinks they can go back to that same thing where they say these horrible and insinuate these horrible things while they say it with a buttoned up look and hope that no one notices how horrific they are. And he's gonna dive right back into that again. So he'll give the culture war thing. So he's like, this is where we are as a party. I'll use it for my own sake. But at the same time, I can't say it out loud. That's Donald Trump territory. Let me insinuate that I'm not like that while still being like that. Yo, it's not gonna work. What that transitions into or translates into for folks, I think, is I have no idea what you're talking about. By the way, when he was even announcing, this is, I don't know, he has a look on his face like he's asleep. Like, and that's why I'm gonna do it this time. I was like, bro, wake up. Like, yeah, there's gotta be a level of excitement and presentation. They're right there. Like, who really wants to follow that guy?
I know, it's just, he doesn't seem excited by his presidency and he's like shaking his head sometimes, but that's not the same thing as being exciting. And I will stand by what I have said previously about not focusing on people's physical appearance. But I will say, I think that in the presentation of things, contrast is important. And visually, his hair to me reads as the exact same color as his skin. And that just seems weird. I don't know, I'm white, I can say that, right? It's the same color. They should be different in one way or another. I don't know.
Did you notice?
It's just, it fits perfectly with how otherwise boring his pitch is. It's like if ChatGPT was supposed to make a launch video, it's got a video of an eagle and there's a person with a hammer and the music swells and then he's standing there like that. It's like, oh, it's so boring.
Standard, bro, so standard. By the way, even you mentioned Ronald Reagan and they got to stop talking about Ronald Reagan from 45 years ago. Yo, the same thing though is when they show that image of Pence in there with him, Pence's hair was black, like dark. That's how long ago it was. And Mike Pence's white hair now, it shows maybe it's been that much time that we shouldn't be talking about him anymore. And it's for a person who then has all this damn white hair sprouting up on me. I think I have a leg to stand on there.
100%. By the way, so on the one hand, Mike Pence is running for president against Trump. On the other hand, even though Donald Trump did his damnness to get him killed, Mike Pence has largely not even criticized Donald Trump. So, you win some, you lose some on the loyalty sweepstakes. How is that gonna be read by the Maga base? Not well for Mike Pence, because that video that we just showed you was posted on Twitter and the replies to that were scorching. There's no way in hell you'll win anything. Traitor! You Pence are a people. You're a traitor because the mob that tried to overthrow an election didn't succeed in killing you. You had a chance to do that, but decided to undermine your boss and protect the deep state for 4 years. And Pence equals Judas, which for Mike Pence is a particularly low blow because I have a feeling he's super into that Bible stuff.
This is amazing. I'm sorry, last thought, I promise, we'll let you guys go. Progressives gave Mike Pence hell for that entire time he was vice president, for copying Donald Trump, fawning at Donald Trump, moving his water bottle around the room like Donald Trump, looking at him like this. And then somehow these supporters of Donald Trump can walk around and say, after 4 years of you being a traitor and undermining him at every turn, are you effing kidding me?
Yep.
Reality does not exist.
No, so unfair, it's unfair.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.